So here we are, Generation 1 Scourge in front of me. This Transformer is from the 1986 movie. That's where he made his first appearance. Hence, all of the Hot Rod, Cup, Cyclonus, Galvatron, they were all based off their animation characters. So he's not too bad a rendition really of the animated character. All of the labels you actually see on this figure are repro labels. When I got him, he was in a bad condition. All of the labels were coming off. Some of them weren't there, so luckily repro labels do a set for Scourge, so I was quite happy with that. All of the blue-grey plastic which you see here all over him, which sort of forms the main bulk of everything, because everything fits into there, was all very badly discoloured, and I put it in hydrogen peroxide to bring the colour back, and it's worked to a degree. It's not perfect, but it's worked. So this version is the original version as far as I'm aware. There's no attachment for a Target Master partner to go on there, the little guys that turned into the guns. And also on the bottom where the copyright stamps are, just here it does say 1986. So presumably this is the original 1986 version, not the Target Master version from, I think it's 88 or 87. So onto his transformation. The first thing we do is we pull the front part down, like so. Considering how old he is, he's very tight still, so that's quite good. And we turn these parts around, and he's tight. And then the feet actually clip up into there. They don't always want to work. I'm just powering up a bit so you see what's going on. And then we take this part and we pull it apart, and they form the back of the wings. You can see his arms here already, so we'll just bring those out. Next thing we do is we push this down, which is this part here, which was like that, which is the engine for the jet. It just falls down, and there's a recess in either side of these parts here, and it just fits into there. Then we pull his head back. This part covers up his head and face in the fighter mode, so that just clips up. So we'll stand him up. He's quite a big guy, so I'll probably just have to put this on something so we can see him better. There we are, we can see him now. If you can hear that noise in the background, it's my cats coming up in the loft, so hopefully they won't cause too much havoc. Saying that, it looks like there's going to be havoc soon. Yep, one of them's going in a bag. I've managed to get the gun for the original Scourge, and here it is. So we'll attach the gun to him. He's a nice figure. He looks like the one from the cartoons, minus the red fingers. I don't know if you remember in the cartoons he had funny red fingers for some reason. He's also got on his face what looks like a beard and a goatee moustache going on. It's kind of interesting. It's very interesting that they did. Wreck-Gar had a similar thing going on. So we'll do a little 360. There we go. In 1986, these Cyclonus and Scourge pretty much replaced Thundercracker and Skywarp in the toy line. There was Starscream as well, and Thrust and Ramjet and Dirge, and then these two got these guys. So Thundercracker and Skywarp were out, and these two were in. In the comics, he was pretty much present in Target 2006, Legacy of Unicron, to name but a few. There's so many storylines that were going on, and plus the UK comics divulged from the US comics, so the storylines were different. In the one issue, not sure which one it is at the moment, him and Cyclonus ended up being transported back into present day, albeit 1988, Cybertron that year, and that's how they ended up hooking up with Shockwave Scorponok and his guys on Cybertron. and then they ended up going to Nebulos and getting Target Masters, and hence the Target Master toy. That's how the comics work the story. And in the cartoon, it was pretty much after the movie the series ran, and then they did Transformers Rebirth, and they all ended up going to Nebulos, and the same thing happened. They got Target Masters and things like that, and so that's how the stories went. So we'll do another little 360 of him. He's a nice figure. I'm looking forward to the Generations version of him, which incidentally has red fingers. If you've not seen any photographs, look them up on the net. There's quite a few going around, and he transforms into some sort of like stealth fighter, so that's kind of reminiscent of this, but not quite the same. I have to admit, in his alternate mode, jet fighter or hovercraft, whatever, it does look like a flying shoe. So yeah, overall I'll give him an 8 out of 10. He's a kind of cool character. I'm glad I got him. I found him in a junk pile and I've managed to sort him out, and he looks quite good, and he's on display on my shelf at the moment with Dirge and Ramjet. So that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you again soon. Bye bye.